And so the world has gone and placed its weight upon your shoulder. And now the media is telling you that you're too old. It doesn't matter if your face gets homely, just take it as a natural thing. And it doesn't matter if you get too lonely, pour yourself a stiff one and just try to do your best to kill the sting.
Dun, 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 dun. Howdy, folks. We are the Aggressive Progressives. I am TH.
I'm Ruthie.
This lovely lady is definitely Ruthie. And we are going to whip some finger-licking politicking on y'all tonight. That's right. That's right. It's night. After a long, arduous day of Ruthie being beautiful and me being fabulous.
Oh, geez.
I know. We're sitting down and going to talk some stuff about what's been going on in the news today. Okay, you ready for this? I got a little bit of a rant. I know you're shocked by that, but I'm going to say it anyway.
No.
Yes, I know. Before I start that, I blow my nose.
Oh, God, do that in the bathroom. Please use a back line of communication.
Can you backline a nose blow, by the way?
Pretty sure.
I'm sure our boy Jay Kush could work that out. But you know what? Here's the thing, though. I watched something. I'm not even mad at Jared. You know what I'm mad at? I'm mad at people like Rick Santorum. I watched that guy on the news today, who, by the way, I think Donald Trump talked a lot of smack about him, like he did everybody who all, ends up being in the primary election, who all ended up being spineless and acquiescing to him. But people like Rick Santorum drive me nuts because
Why is that?
Because they constantly act like this Russian thing it's not news and it's not important. And I'm shocked by that, as a matter of fact.
Well,
what the hell
news,
are they thinking? It doesn't make any sense to me. I would think that people who claim to be patriots, would want to get to the bottom of this and would not want Russia to have any influence whatsoever on our elections. And they are sitting back and just kind of chilling about it and actually making excuses over this shit. What do you think?
What do I think about them making excuses about it?
What do you think about?
I would expect nothing less.
Now, what does that mean? Are you being racist?
No, I'm just saying that the political right clearly has to support their president because they voted for him.
But don't you think, this is once again, and I've said this a million times, you can actually change the mind of a liberal, because the word liberal obviously means without boundaries.
The right is using alternative facts to support their bases.
All right, you made your point. Okay, Kellyanne Ruthie. Anyway.
It all goes back to alternative facts.
What it goes back to is partisanship. It goes back to party. They place party above their country. They have no problem with the potential of Russia actually having some semblance of control. I mean, for God's sakes, our president is compromised, or potentially compromised at least. And how do I know that? Because of Jay Kush, baby. Jay Kush that's Jared Kushner. Jay Kush is his street name.
It's his
thug name. K. Kushner is now a person of interest. What do you think about that? That's right next to the president.
Yeah, he hasn't been charged with anything yet. But what's really messed up though is I think that and unlike you, I do have a vendetta against.
He did get charged with being a big old pimp. By God. That's a gift. It's a gift.
Just because of Ivanka, he's a big old pimp
they're
now.
a big old player with them shades. Anyway, I cut you off. I'm sorry. You were saying.
Well, just talking smack about Jared K here. He's been accused of the back line of communications with the Russians using their facilities. That's.
How is that acceptable?
That is not acceptable.
How is it?
I'm telling you, if you're going to use a back line of communication with some of our allies or something like that to talk about some stuff that needs to be talked about, then okay, I don't know, maybe I'll buy that. But Russia's been our ally for how long?
Our enemy.
I'm sorry. They're our enemy.
Freudian slipped. Jay Kush said the same thing. You know what I mean? And
that's what I'm trying to say.
That's what back channeling is.
That's what they're doing. Is they're like, oh yeah, Russia's been our ally, and we're all like, since when? But the thing though is that they've never been our ally. And Jared Kushner simply mentioned...
Well, they were our ally in World War II, by the way, but that was only 1 million years ago.
And nobody trusts them.
They were, really not much our allies. They kind of were there for the fight.
But Jared Kushner completely forgot to mention his secret meeting
That's
with
the
the
whole
Russians.
thing. That's the whole thing. How do you claim you forget that?
You
don't forget that.
You don't
That's
forget.
what's so
And Jared Kushner,
annoying.
despite his pedigree, education that his father bought him.
Oh, yes, he went to Harvard. Remember when Obama went to Harvard and they called him an elitist?
Oh, my God.
Oh, he went to Harvard. He's an elitist.
And he worked his way in there.
He did, I know. My man.
Kushner's education was bought.
It was like, we're going to buy you the Kushner wing. Yes, the Kushner wing of the leaching section of Harvard. Enjoy.
I'm telling you, even with that pedigree, you don't forget to omit secret meetings with Russians on your clearance forms.
Of course you
that
don't.
doesn't happen.
He's not an idiot. I mean,
he's not. And you
his
know what I think?
boss is an idiot.
You know what
his
I think?
father-in-law's
You know what
an
I think
idiot.
about
He's
his
not.
father-in-law? You know what I think about Kay?
What?
This is what I think about Kay. I think that they both, Trump and Kay, have financial interests in Russia. But I think that Kay is so in over his head trying to protect his father-in-law and putting him in the proverbial rubber room, of where he's unable to be touched and make more bad judgment calls, like, putting himself in line with the KKK by electing, Steve Bannon. Or I'm sorry, letting Bannon elect himself. And
He just said electing the president. He probably did elect Steve Bannon.
I didn't-
Steve Bannon put his name on is like, sign this, Mr. President,
Sign
that
here if I'm
I'm
elected.
president now.
In crayon.
If you go on vacation, in crayon, of course.
And I think Kay is shrewd, but I think that, let's just remember that, his father bought his education. And after what Trump has already spoken on live TV, there is no doubt that there is collusion on the part of Trump with the Russians. And
Would you say it's more about collusion or money, though?
I'd say it's
Or a little
well,
bit
like
of
I said
both.
before, in previous, in previous sessions here.
Yes.
Trump has always been a businessman. That's what he came in as, and he was shocked that he became president. Did you see his face?
I know. He totally was shocked.
Everybody was bewildered.
Yeah. I mean, anybody, once again, who is like, that level of an alleged billionaire even has to have a trail of shit following
I
them.
know.
That is so difficult to mop up.
And Trump has
including Russia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways,
and Trump has his whole family surrounding him in the White House. I mean, in positions. And they don't really know, Kushner has so much on his plate right now. It's ridiculous.
Who does?
And Kushner
I
does.
said Clinton. I'm like, Clinton ain't got shit on his plate right
No,
now.
no, I didn't.
But a
You don't
McDonald's
hear so well,
burger,
do you?
and I don't. I'm getting old. I'm having flashbacks.
Family covers for family. Let's just
That is
put it that
true.
way. End of story.
Well, then what do you think of, since Kushner is now a quote unquote person of interest, and he's the son-in-law. Number one, that totally lets me know that Donald Trump is completely aware of any interaction between Kushner and the Russians.
Of course he is.
So he can't push himself away from that.
He
how
is
does he
trying
push?
to.
How does he push himself away from Jared Kushner?
He's
is my
kind of
question.
been doing that. There's been tensions
How can he
between
do
him
it?
at the White House. Right now, what he's doing is, it's just ruffling feathers right now. But, there are tensions going on at the White House that are clear. So
I keep going back though to the why the back channel
I
to
think
Russia.
because
What
this is
using Russian facilities? I might add. What the hell was he thinking?
I think Kushner's trying to probably cover for his father-in-law. It's try to keep his father-in-law.
He's not going to be a fall guy.
No,
if that's what you mean.
no,
Okay.
no.
All
I
right.
think he's trying to wrap up loose ends.
Boy, that guy's going to be. You don't put that on his plate too. Consequently, this guy's got to find a cure for cancer. He's got to do brain surgery. He's got to develop a new form of birth control.
Solve
He's
the
got to help
problems in the Middle
East. Yeah, blah blah blah, and wrap up everything for Donald Trump. I think he's a dead man. Anyway,
And
that's
clearly-
why I always wear sunglasses, by the way, because he's so tired and he doesn't want people to see the
No
misery
kidding.
in his eyes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and clearly Donald Trump, he's been outed by his own sons about his,
Absolutely.
financial standings with Russia.
Yeah,
and,
Eric's a moron at
but so's the other one. So
yeah, it's true. Well, Donald Trump Jr. is a little sharper,
yeah.
but not by much. But I just want to say, I always, kind of end on this, but I just want to say once again, close your eyes, people. Close your eyes. Now imagine Barack Obama or Hillary doing the same exact thing right now. What the Republican Congress would be doing. They would be dragging them behind a shit-kicking pickup truck around the grounds of the White House right now. They would be
the
impeaching them.
impeachment process would be over.
I know. They pull a, what's the guy's name? Ceausescu, the Romanian dictator.
Oh
They'd
God.
line them up against the wall and clip them and then go have lunch. That's what they do. But anyway, on that note, you always have to end a good conversation on assassination, I guess. But
yeah, it just doesn't happen either way.
I know. So I'm glad you had anything else you need to add on that. I'm totally perplexed, and I go back to why once again the back channel thing.
I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with is that he's trying to tape up loose ends so that no more of this. If this all goes down, that he doesn't go down and that his father-in-law doesn't go down. And I know for a fact he is not trying to get out of the Trump family.
Well,
he's trying to stay, very well put in his position, and that's not going to happen
He's going to
easily.
need the largest piece of tape in the world to tape up President Trump's
He needs a big
anus
eraser to erase big-ass mistakes.
to keep the shit from coming out of his ass. So that's basically it. On that note, I have nothing else to say about this. Keep in touch with us. I'm a photographer. She's a model. We probably shouldn't have any opinions on politics, but we do because we're civilians.
Way too many.
We do. Anyway, we're going to come back with a little bit more stuff soon. And if you like what you hear, subscribe by all means. If you don't like what you hear, piss off. If you want
Or write it down in the comments. We don't care.
We do care. I'm so
we
sensitive.
don't. Oh, stop it.
But anyway, no, we don't give a damn. But if you want to support us, you can support Ruthie by going to her Patreon page. You get to see more lovely, lovely, lovely shots of her. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're welcome. On that note, we're going to hit it, guys, and come back with some more stuff probably tomorrow. Thanks a lot for tuning in to the Aggressive Progressives. Take care of yourselves. Say bye, Ruthie.
Bye-bye.
Girl begins to sing an emotional big band.